I want to talk about the controversy that's going on with Jay-Z right now and with Shador Saunders. Okay, we got to start with and understand, and this is where our legal, not legal, but our psychologists and psychiatrists, people who study human nature, this is a perfect time for them to step up and talk about the impact of childhood traumas that have gone unchecked, unresolved, especially in our black men, which continue to be misunderstood by them and the public. We have two men who have amassed a lot of wealth in two industries that white people love: sports and entertainment. They love being entertained by our black folks. They love our athleticism. They love our song and our dance. But what they don't love is equal protection under the law. So you have two men who have to move a certain way to maintain their wealth, their legacy. And they do it at the expense of the movement. They do it at the expense of the movement because they didn't have one thing that was necessary and needed by every black man, and that is a good and present father. A good and present father. And the NFL and the entertainment industry love getting broken, talented, athletic men because they know how to exploit their trauma. There's nothing new under the sun. There was Carter G. Woodson, W.E.B. Du Bois. And then there was Marcus Garvey. There was Martin Luther King, and then there was Malcolm X. There's always been friction between the tools used to further the movement. There was Hosea Williams versus Jesse Jackson. There isn't anything new under the sun. There's nothing new. There's Spike Lee, and then there's Tyler Perry. So you always have different sides of the coin, of the same coin. Jay-Z, there's been Jay-Z, and then there was Damon Dash. Jay-Z got in there and saw how them white folks moved. He saw what they moved. They focused not on the community. They don't focus on advancing good for all. They focus on their legacy and their family. at the expense of anyone else. Those were Jay-Z's pseudo daddies and role models. He didn't want to be a broke Negro in America. So whatever he had to do, because folks judge people by their portfolio instead of their character, cash over character. He got in, he slithered in, and he adopted black supremacy. He does nothing. You never hear about any things he does that benefit the movement. He does nothing without advancing himself. That's what devils do. Devils divide and conquer. Devil gives the appearance of supporting the movement while not supporting the movement. We can't afford to move like snakes any longer. Then we have Deion Sanders. Deion's trying to help poor people, especially young, poor black people. He's trying to show them, show them how to be men in this world through sports. But Deion is missing certain things. Deion didn't have a daddy. Deion thinks that the NFL saved his life. Deion thinks that the NFL was his daddy. So when you don't maintain a marriage, when you have different women running in and out, and now you're with a young girl who's closer in age to your sons than you, the optics don't represent a mature black man or a secured black man. And then when you allegedly threaten your daughter by your first wife, because you're the common denominator in each marriage, each relationship, when she threatens to tell her story, you and your lawyers want to shut her mouth and violate her First Amendment right to free speech. Because you worry more about a brand. You worry more about prime time. I have at you, and I know you on my Instagram. I know you or whoever's managing your account is on my Instagram. And we battled on Twitter back in the day. You remember you called me fat, said I ain't have no man, and I was miserable. Yeah. And then I had to watch you exploit your children on OWN. Crying. Because you wanted to make yourself look good. And I had to go get Bobby. And she had to straighten you and your 3 white attorneys out in a courtroom, so that children would have access to their mama. Now, I know Pilar's character ain't in place. She has put more emphasis into her appearance than her character. She's a broken woman too. A biracial woman trying to find her identity. She don't need to keep being told she's beautiful. She's beautiful. That's been established. How many times you got to tell a woman she's cute? But the substance is missing. Because anytime you can ignore and not pay your legal bill to an attorney that banged it out and made sure you have your children, who made sure the prenup was thrown out, who made sure she didn't owe you shit, and you can ignore her, there's a problem with your character. And when you teach your babies to ignore her, there's a problem with your character. Everybody is getting exposed. Everyone. There will be no more backhand dealings. Every white supremacist will have a problem. Deion, I told you, let's start a Black Knights team in Paterson, New Jersey. You want to flex? And I dare the NFL commissioner to stop us. I got a stadium. It'll take 2 years. Get the stadium going. Get that whole area revised. It's prime real estate. It's not too far from New York. All 46, 80. All the routes go into Paterson. Or Route 4. Or strategic location. And then I told you we can recruit from mainly the historically Black colleges and universities. And we can call ourselves the Black Knights because we came, what? To bang. To win. I gave you a blueprint. You got the money. I got the ideas. You got the access. I said, let's do it. Instead of sitting your black ass on a podcast. Instead of just running around showing your coaching a bit. You want to flex prime time, do that. And then bring you, coach, bring your ex-NFL buddies. Lawrence Taylor is around. Bring y'all asses there and coach them boys. Put some money in pockets. Revitalize my hometown. I gave you a blueprint. Instead of stop begging them white folks to let your rich son play. Bring him over there to the Black Knights with you. And you can continue your daddy ball legacy. Nah, you want to beg folks. You're free. You have access. This is what a good woman would have told you. But when you got a young chick that really want to be with your son on your arm, allegedly, you think you're cute. You think that looks cute. It don't. Everybody's getting exposed. And you have a chance this day. I've never liked Jay-Z. Never like Jay-Z. He cannot be trusted. He's too broken. He got a homosexual mother. He got an absentee father. And he loves money more than he loves God. The moment when he insinuated that he was God, Jehovah, I immediately immediately stop effing with Jay-Z. Camel. I call him Camel. When he slapped that girl backstage, I immediately stopped effing with Jay-Z. He's never been one of my top rappers. He stole Biggie's style. But you guys like Jay-Z. I don't. If I had the choice to do business with Dame Dash or Jay-Z, it would be Dame Dash, hand down. Every day. Never trust Jay-Z. And it's time for us to bankrupt Jay-Z. Because he's only rich because we give him our black dollars. And he thought y'all was dumb because I wasn't gonna buy ish. He thought y'all was gonna be dumb enough to buy his record with Target. I'm done. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the dads who were not just transactional or paid or wallet dads, but actually got in there and raised their kids. And all I know today, I'm watching New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Lithonia. I'm watching their telecast. Jamal Bryant, you better have your son front and center and apologize to him. I'm done.